This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
For the compliance tip of the day, today I want to talk about why good compliance is just good business. There's three really key components to the risk management component of a compliance program. Number one, identify risks. Number two, assess risks. And number three, manage your risk. The first step is looking at what risks are present in your business model. If you're a commissioned sales agent, that's one type of risk. If it's direct sales, that's another type of risk. But identify the risks in your supply chain. From there, assess risk. The Department of Justice continually reminds us that although risk assessment is number 4 in the hallmarks of an effective compliance program, it really should be number 1. So assess the likelihood of risks and their potential impacts. This can be done by looking at past experiences as well as current trends. It's important to consider the potential of risk as well as the severity of risks. Then start to consider potential solutions. And then that leads to number 3, a strategy to manage risks. A risk management strategy is essential for every compliance professional. This involves identifying risk, assessing the potential impact of each risk, and then creating a plan to manage each one of these risks going forward. Once you have the plan in place, though, you have to train your employees on that plan and then monitor the implementation of that plan and improve or remediate as appropriate. You should put incentives in place to get employees to buy into this plan as part of your training. That's why there's training in communications as a part of an effective compliance program. And use technology, use data analytics, use all of the tools available to you to put together your overall risk management strategy and implement that strategy. So it's really just a continuum. Identify the risks, assess the risk, put together a strategy to manage those risks, train your employees on that strategy, implement the strategy, of course, monitor the results or on an ongoing basis, and then, of course, remediate. What I've laid out is a business process, and that's why good compliance is really just good business. As you know, this month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.